Hello, and today on EPL, we are talking spending, sex, and side chicks. Are we giving too much too soon? Stay tuned.
Lazy. This how you get your frame took. Money. I got money.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah.
I got money. I wish it could play every time I walk into a room.
I got money.
That's your problem. You always talking.
Then I just start doing like this.
Mix with a ghetto chick. Try me.
But I want to throw it so hard and cut you.
Why you slicing people with dollar bills?
Words in my contemporaries. I'm too legendary. It's so money. I got money. Money. I got money.
What is that?
It's the mummy, because she looked like a mummy to me. So it just brought out my inner mummy.
Oh my goodness.
All right, cut. Y'all, welcome to EPL. We're so glad that you can join us. Let's get right into our show and introduce my panel. I am Sheree Fletcher. I am an annoyed Sheree Fletcher. LA is really raggedy. Have y'all noticed? LA is really raggedy.
It's just tearing up the cars.
We don't need
potholes.
no other person to move to LA. Not a one.
You know, they
We
say
good.
like 500 people move here a day. or
It's
something.
ridiculous.
Something crazy, but they need to
Stop.
It's okay. Probably about 700 leave. So they
No,
couldn't
'cause
make
the population-
it's,
still
it's too,
growing.
and the
It's
streets
not-
all raggedy. We can't. It's like we're not able to expand
so
anymore.
LA is closed.
It's like we're busting
Yes.
at the seams. Yeah, it should be closed.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree.
Damn, you too?
Yes, it's too
I'm
much.
tired of people. Like, I'm tired of driving and can't park nowhere because ain't nowhere to park.
That's what I'm
There's
talking
too many
about.
damn cars. I'm tired of it.
Hello.
Well, why y'all so against y'all president?
All right. Let me introduce. Y'all know him. He's back in
I'm
full
gonna just sit
effect.
here. I'm gonna just sit here and act like I didn't hear that.
Demetrius Jones, my male me.
Hello, world. Please come to Los Angeles.
Shame on you.
And all his peacefulness, he's shady as hell.
His zenness. And then, of course, last but never least, we have Courtney Stewart. What's up, Courtney?
Hello.
Let's get it popping, girl. This is all for me and you
Pop it
today.
up, that's it.
And don't we need it?
I need it so bad, you have no
Girl.
idea.
You know, you're answering a question my mom had about you. She wanted to know if you dressed based on your mood.
I do, actually, mostly.
Well, this looks happy.
yellow.
Well, no, that's why I have it on, because I was
Okay.
grouchy as hell because the gray in the morning. And like it was cold when I came out of my apartment this morning, and I had a whole day of stuff that I had to do. So I've been in my car all day, and I was like, I need to bring something sunny, or I'm gonna have an attitude the whole time.
Yeah.
You gonna cut somebody.
I'm trying
Like
to
we
be
say every week, you
positive.
gonna cut
It's
somebody.
June gloom. That's
June
what we
gloom,
June
yeah.
gloom.
Like
I mean, the
it's-
sun came out, but
Yeah.
It's when LA mimics Seattle.
Yes.
Kinda. Yeah.
And it's,
But isn't that something how it does play with your emotions?
it does. Yes, it does.
Now, is it psychological, do you think?
I think it's probably both.
I
Because
think people suck too, so that makes it worse.
well,
militant.
your body makes vitamin D from the sun.
That's
I'm not sure
true.
how that affects your
How
mood.
many of us are really out in the sun? Think about it. We get in our garage
Well, I kind
to
of
get in our car. Are you really
when
in the sun?
when it's sunny, like I try to make sure I go outside walking somewhere. Every
I work
day.
out, so I'm in the
I hike
sun.
too.
We all work out now. Don't
But
play
you work
us.
out in a gym, don't you?
But we work out in the
No.
gym. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
you actually an outdoors?
I work out in the Lord's gym.
Oh Lord.
Nigga, please.
Wow.
Bill Maher made me do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bill
Wow.
Maher made me
I'm
do
gonna
it.
just sip my nice cold.
Yeah, I'm rarely out in the sun. I have a sunroof that doesn't even open. My sunroof is about that sunlight.
Why don't you get it fixed?
Oh, yeah.
It just doesn't open. It's not supposed to open.
Oh, it's one of those.
It's like it goes, it cracks at the, at
Oh,
the,
it's like
at
a
the
vent. It's not.
Yes, it vents.
It doesn't slide back.
It's a moon, what do they call it? A moon roof or
roof, yeah.
something? I'm like, well, dang. Yeah.
Okay. All
Anyway. Ciao. So how y'all living? There's a lot going on in our world. Let's get into the first story. Courtney, can you take that one?
What is the
This
first
is
story?
the Harvard story.
Oh, okay. So some dummies.
That's
This
not
is
the
like, I would be so mad if that was their mama. I would be so upset. I assume this is a story, but there's a bunch of kids that were
10.
accepted to Harvard. Yes.
I did write something down.
And they were accepted to Harvard, and they like joined a Facebook group where the Harvard students all sort of meet. They're freshmen, like getting to know, like, oh, what building are you going to be living in? Can we be roomies? That kind of thing. But they also had like a subgroup within this group where they were exchanging memes and,
It's
supposed
called
to be
Harvard
funny.
Harvard memes for.
No, it was bougie something.
No,
Horny bougie
Harvard,
white kids?
No.
Harvard memes for horny bourgeois teens.
Yeah.
So
That's what I said.
Yeah, she did say bougie. Well, anyway,
We will get
point being is that the memes were not really funny. They were pretty racist and pretty awful. One of them, there was a Mexican child. They were hung. That's like and they called it the Mexican piñata, and like just some racist, ignorant-ish. And apparently another student got wind of it or saw it or somehow and reported them.
Yeah.
And so the dean basically rescinded their
So 10
acceptance
students.
letters.
10.
Harvard was like, "Arr."
And it's June, y'all. So they going to community college in September.
Ooh, see now.
Unless their parents pay some money and then Harvard lets them in.
But
anyway.
I like the fact that they're into. Matter of fact, they had a quote. What are your thoughts, Demetrius? I look for this little quote.
It depends on what the admission
Do you
letter.
think that's fair? If that was your child, and they happen to, kids can do some dumb stuff. Obviously these kids academically earned the right to be at Harvard, and just to do something stupid in a chat group or whatever got them,
It depends on what the admissions letter said, because to some extent it could create a contract, and if the contract doesn't spell out like, oh, this is a conditional admittance depending on what we find or something like that, then technically
Not from a legal standpoint, because they said Harvard has made it very, very clear that they reserve the right to refuse admission
Okay,
to
well,
anybody. So they're
assuming that's
protected.
true, would it make me upset if it was my
Yes, if
child?
it was your child.
Probably at my child.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would make me
Would
upset.
you
at my child.
understand the decision, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would get that, because Harvard is also saying that they don't want people who aren't savvy enough to hide their racism.
Yeah.
It's like you just seem stupid.
So you can be racist, you just got to hide it. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. I don't think that's what they're saying. I'm saying that could be one of the reasons. Like someone could be motivated to say, "Well, you just seem stupid," because you may embarrass if you attend a Harvard if you're a member of the Harvard student body, and let's say you join activities, let's say you're SGA president or something like that, you're going to represent the university, which means you could be someone that could potentially embarrass the university. So is that someone that we want to come here to join our student body and join our various clubs?
So you're kind
or
of a
whatever?
representative, basically.
So, but this is an indication that you
ambassador, so to
may
speak,
be
yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily
This
want
is
you at my
Harvard,
school.
honey.
My old pastor always used to say that character keeps you where the anointing takes you. So doors will open for you, in life. And, I'm sure this was probably a little bit of both. I don't know what it's like to get into Harvard, but academically, obviously, they're very bright young students. But also, I'm sure there are a lot of bright young students, and they were selected.
Something I like to add, though, for our discussion, since we all have very similar political and philosophical leanings to a certain extent, you have to kind of reverse it. Let's say it was a group and they were saying something, let's say about the new guy, and let's say they were hanging him or something like that, and they were not admitted, and let's say it was all black students, how would we feel about it? I would still understand it in that regard too, because they don't necessarily want you saying certain things in that chat room. And of course, it would have to have a racist tint to it.
Right,
like,
right.
I don't know what the hell you call
Yeah.
it, but something like that, I would understand it.
Courtney,
I would
what do
get
you? I see you. The wheels turning.
Well, I'm trying to think, because when you make it about Cheetos, like,
But it has to be
that
racial.
becomes a
It has to be
political-
racial.
I'll say it since nobody else wants to say it. They're speaking of Donald Trump. President, excuse me. President Donald
Do you
Trump.
remember when Eddie Murphy had this skit on Saturday Night Live, I think.
Buckwheat.
No, it was this one where he was a Jamaican dude and he was singing this song called "Kill the White People."
Okay. I mean, I can remember the
Kill
song.
the
but-
white people.
Right. You remember he did that?
Yes.
And then eventually it was only one person left, another black Jamaican
Yes.
dude dancing, and all the white people left.
That's
Now,
funny.
let's say that they had posted memes about that, where they were advocating killing the white people.
Yes.
You know,
I think that's an issue for sure.
you know, so it would have to be something
Yeah.
like that.
But killing Cheetos somehow doesn't bring that same energy to me.
Oh, damn, you guys.
With Kathy Griffin.
Well, that was awful. That was awful.
That was.
I didn't see. I was out of the country at that
It was
time,
just
so I
awful.
didn't hear about this
It
until I
wasn't
returned.
funny.
Yeah.
If it had been funny somehow, then maybe it would have
Well,
been
see,
like,
that's the
all right,
cardinal
but
sin. It
even
wasn't.
funny.
It wasn't funny. Now,
It was just-
this is something that I felt. I was like, I
grotesque.
don't know how to feel about this when the new guy said something about his child being
Yeah,
traumatized by
I saw it because he thought it was
Trump,
really
you
his
gotta say
head.
Trump for our listeners. I don't
have-
you guys, it's just when Demetrius says new guy, it means Trump.
But his son is 11, and I was like, I was like, wouldn't you know that's not your dad? Up
You
there?
probably do.
At
But at the
11?
same time, to see that is
Yeah,
very
okay, that's traumatic.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Come on.
Traumatic, maybe a little aggressive though.
Well, this. I don't know. You know, there's been speculation on, you know, whether he's autistic or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, that's right. There was speculation he's special needs in some
So
way.
yeah, so it's not. You know, there might have been a reaction that might not make sense to you for a child that maybe didn't have special needs.
I'm not going, but see, they haven't said that he's autistic, so I'm not going
No.
to give him that. But you
Right.
know, it's fine. I personally wish that people in the spotlight or celebrities or politicians would not interject their children into matters
see.
like that,
Yeah.
because you're handcuffed in that. I don't want to talk about that little boy.
You think
Yeah.
it's
You
kind
know?
of it's fighting unfairly, basically.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
then I was
what can you
saying,
do? What's the rebuttal?
when we have
Yeah.
a conversation, I was like, I would have to have the conversation in private because I don't want to talk about. He's only 11.
Yeah.
But then his dad put him into it, and then I heard like with Kathy
Well,
Griffin,
she had
was
said
like,
something. She
they were
did
bullying
something.
her.
Yeah,
I was
'cause
like,
they were on
I think they were just
Twitter.
commenting. It was nothing wrong
No,
with
no,
that.
but she actually, one of the reporters basically brought up something she said in a past stand-up, and she said something about Barron. She's like, I'm coming for the kids or something like that. You know, she,
Are you serious?
Yes, and he brought it up, and of course, you know, her legal counsel said, you know what, we're not dealing with that. That's from a long time ago, blah, 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 blah.
Are kids
but-
off in regards to our kids
but
off
comedians
limits?
are always pushing the limit. I mean,
Even-
that's what you do.
and that's what they decide to
Yeah.
do, but we get to decide whether or not we think it's right or wrong.
I wouldn't think it was right. I think you should, you know, we have to have some kind of honor. Like, leave the kids alone. Leave the babies alone.
But sometimes it's-
Generally, yeah, but like there's some funny stuff that can come out.
Right.
of it.
give me one.
the Obama twins.
Yeah.
The Obama twins.
On The Office, Michael Scott used to call them the Obama twins.
Who?
Malia and Sasha.
Oh.
And it used to be so funny to me because they're clearly not twins.
Yes. yes.
different
They're like,
ages.
what, 4 years apart or something?
So,
Yeah.
network TV has more of a license. I think.
Yeah. I mean, you have to do it with caution, I would say, and not let that be your like first move. But like, I definitely
Yeah.
think there are times where it's
And I
funny
didn't like when
it works.
Amy Poehler and Tina, was it Amy Poehler, Amy
Tina
Poehler
Fey?
or Tina Fey said something about Blue Ivy and R. Kelly? Do you remember that joke?
Oh no, that's way.
Wait, no, I don't.
That's
Yeah, that,
way
that
off
one
base.
wasn't cool. And
See,
I
that's
thought it
the-
was a
see,
little
That's,
racist.
that's enough, but you put it in the context of some other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
I get that.
Yeah, I think that's.
yeah.
So the question is, bottom line is, should we be judging on the content of our character versus what we can do or what we have achieved?
I think we should do both.
I was just about to say, when Courtney said that like a few weeks ago, a light bulb went off where I forgot totally about that. A lot of times it's both. It's all of the above. So
Yeah.
I think it's a combination. I agree with Courtney.
So we giving Harvard the thumbs up for doing that?
Ooh, we
You
get the vote.
2 thumbs up, Harvard. Go you, because that's why I didn't
Yeah,
like
we'll
your
do that. So
campus,
they got
and
6
look like they
thumbs
do.
up. Yes.
Good
Okay.
work, good work.
Access denied, y'all. You better be smarter
Somebody
next time.
getting a whooping, getting beat. Oh, my daddy would have
Ooh, you know they
killed
sick.
me. They would have
They are
killed me.
sick.
Because you know, their parents was running around like, my kid going to Harvard, my kid going to Harvard.
Yes.
And now
I
you got
don't
to tell
know.
them
If they're
not.
bourgeois teens, maybe they were legacies and they were stuck between Harvard
all
and Yale
legacy.
and Tennessee
That's
State.
true.
We'll
He
see.
said Tennessee State.
Shoot.
I hope
Okay.
they were legacy, because otherwise you real stupid. If you ain't even legacy and you was dumb enough to do that and
Well,
get
sometimes,
your
though,
admission rescinded.
You know, on Facebook, you can be a member of a group and not even know it. Like, I've gone through,
Oh, they've
like,
done that,
how
yes.
did I get, I was like, I don't know.
But you can be a member, but you ain't commenting
ain't
and quoting and
commenting,
passing
that's it.
along memes and sharing.
That's
The
true.
minute you participate,
That's true.
now you're
That's
a guilty
real talk.
party. So for sure. Okay, so we've dealt with Harvard. Now let's get into too much too soon. Spending. Now this next story is of a mother. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Saudia Schuler, who has given her son a, what do they call it, a prom off?
Yeah.
A prom off, and spent in excess of $25,000 to give him a Dubai-themed prom send-off. And, you know, of course, she's getting a lot of flack from it, but it was complete with camels and sand, and they had 3 cars.
Multiple dates.
3 dates, 3 cars. So
He had 3 days?
3 days. Yes, he did.
He showed it.
Yes, he
I
did.
can't-
His
I
name is
can't-
Johnny J.J. Eden Jr. And apparently he's really a good student. He's got a 3.8 average. And, you know, the mom did it. Now, one of the things that they
I
highlighted
can't really
in the
tell from this
story.
picture. Is he black?
Oh, he's black. Yeah. Who else's mama is going to get a Lamborghini? What does she have? A Rolls?
I don't remember what the other one was.
Yeah, Camel.
Oh, to
Camel.
this-
She did it. She did it big. 3 dates. She did it big. And this, she's a Philly mom. But one of the things that she was saying is apparently she's had some life and death situations. She had cancer and she suffered from a stroke in the past few years. And she said she told herself if she was going to make it, she would put on a big prom for her son. And then I also heard that his father got murdered. So I don't know when that actually happened. But here's a mom who is just really trying to do something big and memorable for her son, and she's getting a lot of flack for it because it was done in such grandeur and excess. So what do y'all think about? What are your thoughts on that?
wanna go
Courtney,
first,
what's that
Courtney?
face?
I mean, I don't
Remember,
know
you
what
have
to
on
do.
yellow.
I don't know what to do with that. I mean, you know, now you talking about she done darn near died like 3 times. Like, I can't judge the woman for doing something for
Well,
her
we're
kid.
not going to
for all
judge.
that.
We're not going to judge her. But does that matter? If that didn't happen, would your opinion be different?
I do think it's real extra and just, you know, but it's your money. Do what you want to do. But at the same time, it's like, yo, there's a lot more going on in the world that you could be doing for your son or helping him see. But maybe that's not the moment to do
Do
it.
you think it's sending a bad message to him in any kind
I
of
mean,
way?
I think it's sending a message that your mama love you a whole lot and just want you to be happy. So I don't think it's
Yeah.
terrible. I just think it's crazy as
And
hell.
apparently, she was going to send him, I guess, to Dubai as a prom gift, and decided, or
That would've-
graduation
to bring
gift,
Dubai
and
to
decided,
him.
yeah,
that
let's
probably
do that.
would have been cheaper
Yeah.
to send
Sure.
him to Dubai, but my opinion, I'm surprisingly fine with this. It just depends on your economic status and if you can afford it. If she really can't afford to do this,
Yes, then it's an issue.
then it's a shame. But
Yeah.
if she can afford to do this, I get it. The other day I was walking and I was thinking, I was looking at my outfit. I was like, damn, if I die, I really cannot take any of this shit with me. I was like, I was like, somebody else would wear this
Can I have all your Gucci belts?
if I die.
Can I have
Just
your
now.
backpack?
I mean, since you've come to this epiphany that stuff is just stuff and it doesn't really matter,
I
and
want
you're
your backpack.
You can't fit my
you're
Gucci belt
woosahing
stuff.
and you're in this very peaceful,
But I can use your
zen-like,
backpack.
non-materialistic space. I think you should give all your designer stuff to me and Courtney. That's all I'm saying. Purge yourself.
You
Free
can't
yourself.
fit my belts.
I like
I
backpacks.
you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way, brother.
Watch this. I'm just joking, but I have to say this. Sheree, my belts are too small for you.
No, he
Charlie Murphy.
that's stupid.
But I was thinking about that, and I understand why
Yes.
people do what they spend what they spend. I'm
Yes.
like, it doesn't matter how rich you are. I was like, Jay can't take it with him. B
No.
can't take it with her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And living is experience. So if nothing else, she gave him
She
an
gave him an
experience that he
experience.
will obviously never ever forget. It's not like she just bought him some amazing car for
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I
$150,000.
always tell people the best statement is your bank statement. So she could have also left him $25,000 if she were to pass, and he would be happy about that too.
Yeah.
But he's a good student,
Yes.
so you know.
See, and that's the thing. I think you made a good point. We don't know her financial situation, so hopefully it was a financially sound decision. But she
Yeah.
said she saved and saved and saved. She really saved for like the past few years.
Well, then that
She said
doesn't.
I
every
hope he
day.
has a college
See,
fund.
well, see, that doesn't sound like a financially sound decision. then.
Yeah.
To
If
be
you
fair.
had
She said
this-
every day she
you
put like
saved
200.
every day
She's
for
got her soul
a prom.
food. That's what she did. And they never really, I don't have the information other than, I guess she had this life or death, these experiences and just thought life is short and I'm going to do
And
it
she
big
wants
for
to
my
be
kid.
there to see it.
She might
so.
not be here next year. I mean,
think
that
it's
might be
more
her
about.
thinking.
I hope
More
that
about
it's
that.
more about that, but
Yeah.
so
And it could be more about her, you understand,
Yeah.
than him in that way. He's the recipient of it, and her heart is obviously to bless
Yeah.
her son and his friends and to give everybody an experience. So I say kudos to her. You know what I'm saying? For shoot. I don't have it is lavish.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't say anything. Like, for example, we used to do parties for Trey every year, and those parties were expensive. They were expensive. And the reason why they were so expensive is because, we accommodate his whole grade. If he was in 6th grade, then all the 6th graders. Because
I would hope that it
I
would
never
be
wanted to
expensive
exclude
because
anybody.
you're just getting good stuff.
I was gonna say you inviting all them people. I don't need all that. What a
Well,
good,
no, it's
good food and some treats. No.
It was, it's gonna be good
but, see,
stuff.
but that's an example
Yes.
of it's okay.
Yeah.
If you can afford it, as long as I don't have to look up and I have to worry about my tax money
Yes.
taking care of you later on,
Right.
because you've spent all of your money, and that goes not only for her but corporations or what have
Yeah.
you. Then fine. But if I have to do that, then there's a problem. I have a problem with your spending.
Right. Fair enough.
I just have a problem with the camels.
Why?
Because
They were shipped from Ohio. They
That
came
sounds
from
like
Ohio.
animal torture. Like, why is a camel in the middle of
I rode a
Pennsylvania?
camel
Like,
this
that's
year.
weird.
In
But he was
Dubai.
on sand.
But that doesn't sound right.
You know,
man.
Prince wanted a camel at like 2 in the morning in
I
Minnesota.
used to want a
You heard that?
camel. No, I did want a camel though when I was a kid.
Actually, I'm gonna tell
Like,
you.
as a
Have you rode a
horse.
horse before?
Yeah,
You never rode a camel?
I've never ridden a
Man,
camel.
that hump is soft. I could ride a camel all day long. I was like, this is cool. It's like cushiony.
Oh.
It feels good. I didn't like riding a horse. It's like,
I mean,
but
it's
the
rough,
camel,
but I like
I'm just
riding
not over the
horses.
verbiage yet.
that the hump was soft.
Sorry.
And then when it lifted us up, the camel was like,
Yeah.
I felt a little bad then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
Tasha,
I feel like
Tasha
we're, like,
said she felt
tortured
bad
now.
too. She's like, I feel like I'm torturing
Like
it.
she's too heavy for the camel.
Like we were both.
Like, yeah.
But the camel was cool. It would stop
I
and
think
just
they're
eat.
fine. I think they just don't want to deal with us. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
camels are the kind of animals that are just like, why y'all doing this to me all the damn time?
And so it stopped and it started eating from the tree. We're like, we're trying to do something. It was
Yeah, like, I'm
like looking around.
Yeah, that does seem like the camel really don't want to take you and
No.
Tasha around
Well,
Dubai.
camels are,
He
you
really
gotta
don't.
remember, camels are kind of assholes.
Why are you riding them? But they are, because we keep trying to treat them like we supposed to be riding on their humps. Maybe they don't want your ass on their humps.
Come on now. If God didn't want me to ride that hump,
Wait.
Why'd
are
she
you,
put it there?
Are you riding humps? Is there something you want to
Lord,
tell
have
your
mercy.
viewers?
We ain't to that part of the conversation
Okay.
yet.
You don't ride humps.
you know women have humps, right?
What kind of hump we got that you gonna ride?
Didn't Fergie sing about it?
a hump?
did.
What'd she say?
My humps, my lovely lady lumps. You don't remember that?
She talking about her breasts?
She just was talking about all
You
her
talking about
humps.
all your humps.
Your butt?
You got a hump.
I guess. Oh
We
my
already
God.
established
Well, we already
that.
established that she
You
don't
have
want them to
Too
utilize
big for
the
my
hump.
belts, so I would
Oh.
assume. Yes.
Why are you trying to say I'm fat?
I did not try to
He's
say
not trying
that.
to say that. He's just saying you.
You know, saying a woman is thick or fat can really get you hurt. It can get you cut.
What black woman don't want to be thick?
It can get you cut.
What black woman don't want
It
to
can
be
get you
thick?
cut.
You got a problem with thick?
I mean, it's sort of been my whole life, so I really can't. Like,
Right.
at this point.
Watch it, Demetrius. Just watch it.
You don't scare me.
I told you I was in bad mood. I told you. I told you
much?
what I'm dealing with. I told you.
I'm not. See, I don't want to bring that up. That's.
Well, no, we can, because I'm about to pick these papers up. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh,
Because let me tell you what I'm dealing with.
Here we go.
I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna get to our side chick
You
topic.
see,
'cause
she's
that's a
fanning.
good-
You see, she's fanning. So go ahead.
Y'all, I am in that season of life where I'm getting my internal temperature is randomly, involuntarily rising, and it does that several times a day. And it's ridiculous to the point where my glasses.
in the world. Oh, could you be?
I can't stand him. All right, I'm sure some of our audience can relate and probably empathize.
I don't think there are any
Sympathize.
songs about the change.
The change.
It's the right one.
The change.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Huh. We gotta think about that. We'll be some good lyrics. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. You don't think that was?
I don't think that
You
was
don't think
about
that's when
that.
that was?
I'm saying it
I,
works.
I used to love that song.
Me
I was like,
too.
that is.
That was it.
Let me tell you something. Somebody had menopause that was premenopausal,
And it
had
okayed
something to
them
do.
taking
Had
off
something
all
to do
their
with them
clothes.
lyrics. Yeah.
I think Courtney a freak.
You think? I thought we established that.
See,
Many episodes
you try to
ago.
wear yellow and be sunshine and bright.
I'm just saying.
You know when I hear the name Sunshine, what I think of?
What?
Come on, I think of what was it? Boomerang? Not
Boomerang.
Boomerang. Harlem Nights. Sunshine. Didn't he call home and say he wasn't coming home?
No, tell us the story.
You
Sheree.
know the story. Y'all, no, we got it.
I just remember when she tried to shoot him in Harlem Nights in the bed.
No,
I don't
Layla
remember.
Rashawn
Oh.
had that sunshine that he ended up calling his wife. Talking about, baby, honey, put your mom on the phone. I ain't never come home. And her name, I think, was Sunshine in the movie. Wasn't it Sunshine?
I don't remember.
You remember?
believe you.
Yes. See? Sunshine.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Google that.
Google that.
Do
Yeah,
your
Google
Googles.
that.
Do your
Google that.
Googles.
Do your Google.
So let's talk about y'all. Have y'all heard about this? The Real Sidechicks of Charlotte is a reality show that is getting ready, coming to
a screen near you.
Yes, exactly. Has it been picked up yet? I don't think so.
I don't think it's been picked up. They were on a radio show talking about it. The girls were. And actually, the producer was supposed to come into Black Hollywood Live last
What?
weekend,
What
but dipped
happened?
out
What was his
on
name?
us.
704 or
I don't
something?
remember his name.
704.
But yeah.
Virginia?
So it's interesting. No, Charlotte. Maybe I'm saying the
704,
wrong.
that's Las Vegas.
Oh, maybe it's not 704.
Okay.
I don't remember what North
407,
Carolina
something
is.
You
like
know
that.
the area code for Las Vegas off the top
Why are
of your head.
you, you know what, Demetrius?
Money.
But what do we think about this though?
I think
Isn't
it's
this
tragic.
I wish it personally, from a creative standpoint, for someone in the business, I wish it was not a reality show. I wish
documentary
it was
kind of thing?
no, I wish it was a
Scripted?
scripted show. It would
Really?
be better. I don't think they're going to be able to execute
Yeah.
this properly because if you actually have true side chicks, okay, you need to see the interaction between the side chick and the guy. But what guy who has a
Not
legitimate
necessarily.
side?
No.
No, it's
That's something I'm going to want to
No,
see.
it's
True, because it does come out just one-sided. Because if all it is the girls interacting with each other, they already do that on basketball.
'Cause,
Wives.
like when what was it? The Beverly Hills or Housewives of Atlanta. Remember, it was Kim.
Yes, and I
And
hated
Kim
that.
had Big Papa.
I hated
I did
that.
love that.
I like it was okay, but it's not the best way to present it creatively. I wanted to see him. Eventually, it got to a point where I was like, I want to see him. I want them to have their interaction together. Like ABC had the show Mistresses, which they did not really.
Stick to the mistresses.
No, they really just took a title and they should have changed it
'Cause
to
it was
just
wasn't it
women.
a British show that was actually about mistresses?
And they didn't actually right.
Because we don't want to watch that apparently in America.
But I think we would watch this. I think a scripted show about mistresses, actual
Yeah.
mistress, a scripted
Of
show like this will
course.
work.
But
it
I
will
think,
work well.
I think the reality, I think people are going to tune in. I don't need to see the guys. Now, not that I'm going to watch this, but I'm saying I wouldn't, with the Housewives of Atlanta, that's not really what you signed up for. So it was like, oh, well, who is it? We want to see
No.
him. You
And that
know, you can't be
Yeah.
a side chick.
This is
and the
honestly,
dude
I
is
think
kinda-
they're probably having problems because if I'm an executive looking at this, this is a two season show at best.
Really?
Yes, because you're not going to be able to get that much mileage out of it because you can't show
The
the
drama
guys.
is what's the conflict with the guys.
Right, her word. You need more conflict.
But I think you'll have the conflict, and the conflict will be discussed amongst the women.
Yeah,
and
but
you'll
how-
probably hear, you know what I mean? They'll mute the voices or whatever.
Marie,
So you'll
how long
see
can I look at
I was gonna
that,
say
though?
that I will get bored with that, especially when it's the whole show. Like in the Housewives thing, that wasn't the whole show. That
As
was
you pointed
a
out.
part of the show. This is the whole show is about these crazy relationships that are able to continue, and you're being fed by, and we only get one side of it. I don't know that I'll ever.
It's almost like, and I'm not equating them to this, only equating them to the problems like showing a reality show about hookers. I can't really see their work. So, and that's what the show is about.
Well, let me ask you, play devil's advocate and tell me what would be the benefit of being a side chick?
You don't have to deal with like them all the time.
Could you,
Fuck is them? I said I was only
Courtney, are
cussing
you
one
a
time.
side chick?
I'm too selfish to be a side or
She got too
I
much
got
ego.
a little ego issue.
much
I couldn't
ego.
do that. Not knowingly.
Not yeah.
If it was, I didn't realize it, which I don't know how you don't realize it
Right.
when they ain't at home. Like, where they at?
She could do it for a month.
That's
She
what they
get
were
tired
saying.
of it.
So what happens
the
if
check was
what
big
happens if
enough.
you're in a situation and you are the side chick, good point, and you don't know you're the side chick, and you happen to fall in love, and then it comes out
You
to the
don't fall
side
in
chick.
love. You choose love.
That would be Sheree's problem.
You might have caught some feelings, but you ain't falling in love. You choosing that, because that's action.
What?
No.
How you not going? You can't just.
You can't control that.
You can't
It's-
control
no, you can't just
feeling
control that.
attracted and like
You control your access. You know, you giving somebody access. You control your time, but you can't control those emotions like that.
That's why you do that shit and get him out your life.
What did Babyface and Pebble say? Love makes things happen.
Yes, it does. And
You
look
never
up
know
and
who
you
you're
like,
gonna love.
Dang, that's real.
Okay.
Demetrius,
That's why I can't be a side chick.
come on, like, give me some of your thoughts
About
because you know
devil's
what's gonna
advocate?
happen. Yeah.
It
Yes,
depends.
you're in love.
I think there are very few women that are built to be side chicks without psychological harm. But there are some, and I think because there's so many women, there are many because there's so many women. So if you're able to do that, okay, fine. I wouldn't want my daughter to do it. I wouldn't
Right.
want my sister to do it. I wouldn't want my best friend to do it. But
Why?
huh?
Why?
Because it's kind of borderline hoish, you know. So
Is there a difference between, because for me the verbiage of a side chick versus like an actual mistress is two different things.
How so?
Because
Yeah.
like you were saying, like, oh, you can't help who you fall in love with. I do believe that people meet and fall for each other and end up having a relationship, whatever knowledge is known, whatever. But if you
So
are
an affair.
an affair
Yes.
that turns into actual, like it's an actual situation of love, and it can be a situation of, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of what I'm already in, but I'm in this, and I get that that's kind of messy, and that's like one thing. When I think of side chicks, I just think of like a bevy of hoes that are there for checks and like a little bit of
Okay.
sex,
So
not
it's-
like
it's-
for real
So you're-
relationship.
Okay, so one is like it's your hustle. It's kind of like
Yeah.
the way you're just doing it for the money, for the check.
I wish can the
and a
camera zoom
mistress
in?
and some
is
attention,
more-
maybe.
See,
you
this
know.
is the
Emotionally
side eye
connected.
I'm giving Courtney.
I'm just asking. It was a question.
Oh.
So do you think being a mistress is more respectable?
I don't think any of it's
It
respectable.
sounds more grown up. Side chick is just a new word for
I was
mistress.
trying to
That's all it
feed
is.
into what y'all. Well,
Don't be
see,
trying
I
to
feel
feed me
'cause
nothing.
Y'all would talk about all
Okay.
this. I fall in love, and you can't help who you love and shit. I
Mistress-
was trying to understand.
You trying to say
I was
mistress
trying-
can't fall in love? What?
That's what I'm saying. Like
But
that's
you said
like a
side chicks can't. It's like well,
it's not that they can't, but
that's
they're
just
not necessarily in. They know what they in. They know what they doing. They're choosing to be up in that like
it's
that.
the same thing.
Okay, well, that was a question. You ain't got to be
It's all the same thing.
Yeah, it's funny because I listened to the interview that these particular, self-proclaimed side chicks did with the radio station, and some of them were just being a side chick out of hurt. One girl said, "I'm just tired." She couldn't have been more than 22 years old. What you tired of?
She's been bonus since she was 12.
Hey,
That's
she,
what y'all.
and she said she was cheated
Lock
on.
these
So
girls
sometimes I
up.
think women might take that position to try to take the power back.
Vengeful.
So I won't get hurt. Let me protect my.
You know guys do that too?
do what?
The hoes to protect themselves.
Uh-huh. A lot of the guys who y'all think are like the hardest, he's scandalous.
I believe that.
He was hurt by somebody
He
real
got hurt,
early.
and then he was like, I'm everything. Yep. Because when you first get hurt by a girl, you have two choices about which route you're going to take. You can attribute it strictly to her,
Yeah.
or you can attribute it to all women and say, this is how they want me to treat them, this is how I'm going to act, because that's how she acted. So those are your two
So
choices.
then why do so many choose the predatory route to be assholes for so long?
Well, if you think about it, the rewards are probably greater because you get more vagina by being, the gigolo or the dude that's like going to attribute it to all.
So let me ask
Lord.
you, because I have to, because it's, the question is really on the table. Now I'm not a dude, so this is probably why I don't understand this, and to men it's probably a very,
gonna
very
be
dumb
good.
question. It's not, it's probably going to be dumb. But the question is, like, you can only have so much. Come on.
Are you serious?
No.
No.
It's like Eddie Murphy in his stand-up said,
No.
it's the same
No.
crackers.
No. And you know what? I don't want to say
Oh,
who.
he said, wait,
But
he
doesn't
said,
it become
no,
empty
Megan, he
a
says
little
the
bit
same
at a certain point?
No, it can.
It becomes a
if
little
you-
empty.
It's, but then you know what? It becomes empty. But if you take a break and then start again, it becomes good
Lord.
again. It's funny because I had a friend say like, it's only so many types. It's loose, it's tight, it's whatever. I'm like, no, like Ludacris said, if you feel that way, you're not doing it right. So no, It's like money. Can you have too much money?
But don't you, I would seem like you just get tired of it.
Sometimes, and then you take
And
a
like
break.
having to
would seem
deal with
draining.
yeah, because it's still dealing with somebody
Draining.
else's energy, even if you don't like let them in your life.
Well,
like
see,
you still bring in energy.
Yes.
Wait. So that's why some of the guys are so mean about it, where they'll just
Cut you off, roast you.
There's a celebrity in Hollywood, not gonna say who is known for just saying to girls, "You down to fuck." That's their opening line,
Now,
and if they
let me
not,
tell you,
they move on.
I think that's respectable. It's
You
a
being
little
honest
harsh.
up front.
Okay,
It's a little harsh.
But you know what he's there for.
But I would much rather have somebody make it plain and give me the truth, and as hard and as harsh as it is. Now you're giving me the option. I can make a very well-informed decision.
Well, rape
So what I
is
wanna
illegal,
do.
so you
agree
have
with
the
that.
option all the way through.
No, but I'm saying like you've
You're not
made
trying
it
to-
known to me
yeah.
that I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just, it's strictly about sex
Well,
with
he's
me.
married, so you probably would think that.
Okay. Well, see, that's what you failed to give us. We didn't have that bit of information.
So, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think sometimes too, women. I think some side chicks settle for a side chick because they really want to be the main chick, and they think maybe that's the way in. And a lot of times you don't know what guys, because I knew some side chicks, and the side chicks were women that wanted a relationship with this man, and the men were, really misleading them. The marriage isn't right. I'm getting out of the marriage. Da 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 da. And this was 10 years ago, and this
That's
Negro's
like
still
the
married.
classic line. Oh,
Yes.
and you know what? We don't have sex anymore.
Lies.
We sleep in different rooms. We don't. Yes.
Which is a segue to our next story about the girl that's traveling around the world.
Set her up. There
Yes,
she
she
is.
is.
What's her name, Sheree?
Her name
Well, her name is.
she's a little jet setter. Her name is Heidi Pandora, and she's 24 years old.
And she ain't even going no places.
And it's like she's currently unemployed and describes herself as a full-time traveler and has visited more than 20 countries during her 3 years on dating site. I don't even want to mention the dating site.
Why not?
Why?
I mean, I just don't.
Okay. So she's just dating all over
I'm
the
about
world.
that whole travel life.
Yeah, and basically she
wanna-
says she has sex sometimes she doesn't, depends on if they connect. She alluded to the possibility that they could split, but she prefers not to do that as far as split the amount of the trip. She said that
I thought she said she never paid.
but she prefers not to. No, she said it was a little murky because she said something about we could split. I
And
prefer
then she
not
said she's
to.
saving her money, but what money are you getting? You're not working. You're unemployed. So are these men breaking
Giving
you
gifts,
off?
breaking you off a little bit.
So you basically you are I would think you're a traveling prostitute.
And I would agree.
Yeah.
Really?
I would agree. Yes. or whatever.
You're a call. You are a call girl. You are on call.
Well, I wouldn't call her
Meet me
that.
in.
I would call her a hoe, but not a prostitute.
Okay. And the
Why
difference
can't she
is
just be promiscuous?
Because a lot of times, like when you hear rap songs and they're talking about hoes, no offense to her, but this is the type of woman that they're talking about. And that's different than a straight up prostitute that you're basically paying to leave, to have sex and leave.
See,
her is a little
it's
different.
under the guise of travel and meals and gifts. And
but it's not prostitution.
purses. It's not.
So we need a new word. I call that.
call girl.
No, that's hoeing. Listen,
Well,
she's
no,
just
but call
hoeing.
girl
I would call that
is
hoeing.
normally usually when they refer to a call girl, it is kind of like a prestigious
sophisticated prostitute.
But can the call girl choose not to have sex with you,
She's
even
still
though you have
employed,
paid?
yeah.
No. But I'm saying, like, at the end of the
they
day,
can
yes.
because call girls are supposed to just be like, we're going on a date, even though it's like understood that there will probably be some sex. But the goal, the understood portion is that we going on a date. I'm going to be on your arm for this event, or I'm going to whatever. That's why they're supposed to be higher class. Like sex is not, even though everybody knows they gonna have sex.
Well, in her case, she says that sex may not happen. And it has not happened on various occasions, that she just goes on trips and keeps them company.
She's just a very.
I would call her a hoe. I would call her a hoe. Because I know a large number of women like this in Los Angeles. And I've even tried to counsel one where she was talking about this guy taking her on a trip and that guy taking her on a trip and this guy and that guy. And this was years ago. And I was like, well, you work. Why don't you just take yourself?
I was gonna say, why do you want to travel with that many people?
Yeah.
I don't even
and,
like
and,
that
and strangers.
Like strangers.
People you don't even
And
know.
hers is, yeah.
One of the things she said, this is a quote, she said, I don't see it as much of a big deal to have sex with a married man. If they're married and looking somewhere else, they're not happy. And that's classic side chick.
And my thing is, so what if they're not happy? It's a lot of single dudes walking around here not happy because they're not getting fellatio. What, you gonna get on your knees and give it to them?
Calling to make people happy.
But I'm saying,
And that's
where they
thank you,
are.
Courtney. That's what I'm saying. That's the BS I'm talking about. I feel you. You get what? Because they're not happy. So that don't mean you get to cheat on your wife.
no. But the
But
thing
she's not
is,
cheating.
The guy.
half the time,
Yeah.
men are just saying what they
They're-
think
yeah.
you need to hear to get what they want.
So in order for women to do,
I really hate to hear a woman say that. Because how would you know?
Oh, that they're not happy.
Right.
How would you really know what's going on
so
in
just,
that
wait.
marriage?
So just for those who need to know, so women, if you're married and you want to get a girl to cheat with you, you need to tell her one.
Three-way you talking about? Like a menage a
You said
trois?
No. Like
Okay, got you.
like this.
Yes.
You need to tell her one, I'm not really happy with her, or we're not happy in our marriage. We're not having sex. What else you need to say? Is that enough to get her to probably go ahead and do it?
Why
if she
are
wanna
you
do it?
asking me?
Because you read the article and you're the host of the show.
It's like, I don't have firsthand experience.
And you said you know a lot aside.
Okay, so
Chip.
Have empirical data.
I thought
Like,
you
what
were
are you
asking
doing?
me, from my experience and perspective. Okay, so ask me again. I'm sorry, and I'll keep her in mind.
It sounds
this
like
time.
there are
What do they need to know?
a few things that women need
That
to
are
hear
triggers.
in order to put their conscience aside.
I don't think she really cares.
But no, she does if she's defending it. So she has her reasons that she tells herself they're not happy, they're not really having sex. And I think that's probably it. They need to hear those two things.
Right, to make her, and the thing is, I don't think, here's the thing, I just don't think women are built this way. I don't think you can just sleep with random guys, go out, strangers.
But she's made
Built that way? Or have you defaulted to that?
I think she is, but this is why. Because she has designed a dynamic that will allow her to do it. You know what I hear? She needs to have hope. If you tell a woman, I love my wife, I'm gonna be with my wife, we're gonna have more kids. Wait, let me finish.
She's not going to sleep with you.
She's not gonna sleep with you. But if you
I can
say
get that from the article.
but if you say that there's a possibility that me and this woman may not be together, she can have, I'm not saying she wants to be with them, but if there's some strife, she's willing to do it.
She's made it very, very clear that her primary objective is to see the world. So this is a means
sex
for
while
her
doing
to
it.
do that. And yeah, and if like we, meet, I don't think she needs hope. I think she just needs somebody that's willing, married or not, to take her to these
And she's
various
lazy and
places.
doesn't want to have to pay for it herself. So she found a way to do it.
And if she connects along the way, icing on the cake.
But
wow, awesome.
I guess if she has said all those things and left it at that, did not make any type of defense of her actions, I would agree. But when someone starts to defend and they have ready answers for defense, and it seems like it's been thought out, to me it suggests that she has thought this out.
No,
Well, maybe that's just because she's female and people are going to go home for her if she's sleeping with multiple people.
And that's exactly what it is.
So you think it's a defense?
It's just to get you up off me.
Oh, okay.
And it's not going to work. We're still going to, because to me that's a stupid statement when women say you can't justify, any side chick can't justify sleeping with a married man because, he's not really happy in his relationship. You sound really stupid saying that.
But that's not the first time you've heard it.
No, I've heard that many times. But that's a way to ease, that's one of those lies that you tell yourself to ease your conscience.
That's what I'm saying.
You think she's still easing her conscience?
Yeah.
I don't think this chick is easing her conscience.
Well, I'm just surprised that she even
I don't
gets
think
this.
the
in
regular
church
side chick,
personally, 'cause
maybe.
I just,
She did this
you
in
can
an
find
article.
this wherever you travel,
Yeah.
so I don't really
I
understand
don't think
why
she
you're paying
cares.
for it.
I think she's saying that for the art. You know what I mean? Like you're just trying to be politically
special.
correct or whatever.
Maybe she has excellent skills.
Yeah, but you wouldn't find that out till you get on the trip. She's just not pretty
maybe
enough to pull
she's
this off to me.
advertising.
Well, we don't know that.
But
That she's not pretty enough to pull this
No,
off?
no,
for
no.
me?
And
She
beauty's
looks
in the eye
pretty
of the
enough.
beholder.
But we don't know if she doesn't have any extra skills.
Extra
you know,
skills.
there's
She might be
FaceTime
advertising
and-
it. Exactly. She might be doing some little backflips on the
Skype.
FaceTime.
Exactly.
You
She
know,
could have two
she'd be doing
vaginas.
something. Wow.
You know what I'm
That would be
saying?
new.
No, that would be weird.
She could crush coconuts with her vagina. We don't know.
I don't want any
Ooh,
more.
nobody wants
That
to.
sounds like a very hostile environment for my penis, so I'm very good on that.
She didn't say she could massage. She said crush coconuts. That's a bad idea.
Is that your ad? Is that how you get that?
That's how she weeds them out. I can crush it.
Didn't you tell me about somebody opening bottles or something with their something crazy?
I have never told you that.
Okay.
No.
Who were you talking
You
to?
told me
Now we know
Great
what she's into.
We know what happens at the Fletcher house.
No, Lord, Jesus.
Opening bottles?
So,
What conversations are you
With
having?
somebody told me that there. Well, you listen. And you
what
went to
kind of
Amsterdam
bottle?
too. You ain't never seen no weird stuff women can do with their vaginas.
No.
Stop it.
The only thing I saw in Amsterdam, I went to a peep show one time in Amsterdam, and I felt sorry for the girl because the girl that came on before her was very attractive. The next girl, she was a little chubby, and so she said, when everybody looked at her, she's like, "It's just me," and I felt right.
That's
And the thing is, she was
awful.
kind of cute until she said that. I was like, "This is poor child right
Didn't
here."
you just want to take her coat, do your coat, go on stage and say, "Come here, baby"? You know what I
Yes.
mean? And-
I was like, "It's all right. You cute too." And y'all know I be hard. I'm like, "Damn, why you?" She effed it all up because I was looking forward to the, you
Yeah,
know.
you
But yeah,
know.
so
You can be big and sexy.
right.
Yes.
You can be big and sexy.
And she wasn't
BBWs
really
everywhere.
that big. She was just full, you know.
She was insecure.
She was very-
That's what it was.
I mean, she
well,
is
that's
working
an
a
odd
peep show.
profession to choose. If you're insecure, I'm just saying.
A little bit.
Well, you do live in Hollywood. You see how many insecure
Insecure
people
that's true.
there are that chose a
Because they're looking for the
profession that
Yes.
rejects you daily. So
Oh, goodness. But you do have to disconnect. I think to do all this stuff, you kind of have to be able to disconnect. And is disconnecting healthy to this degree?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
I don't know about that chick. Good luck, girl.
Yes.
Hope you saw what you wanted to see.
You know?
I don't know how you.
well, she
want-
says she suffers from depression.
Oh, she did
depression,
say that.
and she's no longer depressed.
because she's traveling.
Well,
Well,
not-
dick in every country. Like,
Because she's traveling, she said she went to Mexico
Yeah.
the first time, and that's when she decided that, oh, I really want to travel, and it eased her depression. She still gets depressed,
Yeah.
however, it's not as severe as it used to be.
so international sex has medicinal qualities.
So the message is.
I think domestic
So
sex
then
does
maybe
as well.
hoeing is not such a bad thing for some people.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think the message is not, you know, if you're depressed, be a hoe.
What is the message?
I think the message is.
use a
well,
but it
I
can
said
free you
that
from your
she's a hoe.
depression.
the thing is,
we would not. Would we prescribe dick over
adventure.
Xanax?
She, you know, adventure. But there's other ways you can get adventure.
Are you,
know
trying
what I
to be
mean?
funny? Did you say? Should you prescribe dick over and Xanax?
You know what?
If you
real
were,
dumb.
that's pretty funny.
You real
Have you ever
dumb.
tried stand-up comedy?
I actually have. I was
Because you're
forced-
pretty dark.
I was forced.
So you
to.
could do
Were
it.
you funny?
I was forced to do it in an acting class, and it was the most awful thing I've ever had to do in life. But it came out great. Like, it was funny. It was good. It worked.
Yes.
It was only 3 minutes, but I was like, I don't know how people do this all the time. And I'm fine being on stage and talking and doing whatever and been acting since I was a kid.
That's a lot of pressure.
Stand-up is it's
To have to make
It's
somebody,
hard.
and then you got everybody's just looking at
and
you.
it's a very immediate critique.
Yes.
Because if they don't laugh, you know you didn't
And
do
that
it
can
right. You didn't
completely throw you off your game.
I remember one time I saw Dion Cole, and this was before he made. Oh, okay. Before he did it big with Conan and Blackish, and he said some joke and nobody laughed, and I never forget. He's like, "Fuck y'all, that's funny. I'm keeping." And that has been something that I always say if somebody laugh and I think it's funny. It's like, "Fuck y'all, that's funny."
As long as it's funny to you.
Yeah.
But
I think you should think about it more.
No, I mean, I always said I have to do it again because it makes me so uncomfortable, and anytime it's that bad, you're supposed to keep
you
doing
do
it.
Exactly.
Plus,
But
Courtney has
It's
a
a phobia.
really dark
It's
soul.
weird.
A dark soul?
Oh God.
I'm kind of dark.
Yeah, but I don't think I would say you had a dark soul.
I have a bright
No,
soul.
no, you wouldn't say that.
loving
I
A
say
dark
that.
soul?
Yes.
I think I have dark thoughts. I don't know if it's my soul that's dark, but I do see the
Damn.
dark.
See? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? But I see the dark.
But I'm not one of those people that only see dark. Like, I'm split personality, so I can see the real dark and I can see the bright too. That's why I'm wearing yellow.
If she was a witch, I wouldn't be surprised.
I ain't no damn witch. I'm believing that shit. I'm scared of that shit.
Okay.
I didn't
If she
even
had
know
a,
they
if she
would
had
do
a,
it.
if she had a coven around here at the Buzz Studios, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a coven.
Not a damn
I
coven.
only talk to Jesus.
Oh,
in the other
Lord, I
life.
can't. Not the
That's
coven.
it. I can't.
The coven.
Because it hit me when I just.
You know, some people
They don't call
have.
me a witch. You know,
You got a lady coven, not a lady cave. You
That
got a
was
lady
before the
coven.
show. Before
Oh,
the
Lord,
show.
I
It's
can't.
okay.
At least you're not a hoe. But you better hurry
But
up.
apparently I should be, and then I wouldn't be so dark. I would be bright as hell, like running around.
According to your theory, if we weren't locked in, I think I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. I'm good.
Wait, I'm
but what
confused.
about you? If you're not locked into a dude, what's gonna happen? No, remember you said by a certain. It's
for the summer
summertime.
because we.
What's the
Oh.
deadline? Is she officially a hoe for the summer? Or does she
it's
got a
not
little
the
more
summer yet.
time?
It's June 21st. She got a little
You better
time.
hurry up, Courtney.
But I don't want to be locked in with anybody.
Just don't be a traveling hoe because we have a show to do every Thursday. That's all I'm
But I do
saying.
need some trips because I ain't been nowhere in a while. I'm bored.
See? And that's how they get you. That's how
they get
women,
you.
and this is why I say women are smarter than men. You all, and why you all deal with us, because you need to be entertained. And it's almost
That's
like
very
a lot of
true.
times
Yes, we
women
do.
are like, entertain me, fool.
And
And
that's
you
part
do.
of my problem right now.
And you do entertain us. You really do.
I want to be able to like entertain me, fool. Bye. I don't want you
Yes.
anymore.
Yo, ass
And
to
then
end-
they have feelings.
That's how you end up in Cabo. Can't find your panties.
I can always find my panties when I wear them.
To the no panty movement. Hello.
Is that like a? I'm fine.
No,
with that.
and I read an article about the no bras too. I was like, I finally have proof. I'm not supposed to be wearing
But
any
wait a
of that
second.
shit.
Let me tell you what the downside to not wearing a bra is that you will start to drop. Just gravity. You know what I'm saying? If you're not
Well,
supported
this
and your boobs are
specific
getting
article
big,
said that is all crap, and they have
It's not
studied
crap.
it, and the boobs are gonna fall when they fall, and if they
It's not
fall,
crap.
the bra
I'm
is
living-
not holding them up.
Listen, I done had a few surgeries. Trust me when I tell you what I know.
And they said the underwire is increasing our chances of cancer.
I don't
by
know
like
about that.
75%. I
But
was
put
like,
a damn bra on
never
if you don't want
again.
your titties to sag. That's all I'm saying.
I am a proponent of the whole free
Quicker
the
than
nipple,
they would.
free the nipple
I'm about
movement. I
free
think
the
if women
boobs.
want to take their shirts off and walk around like men, they should be able.
You
to.
can do that in Central Park.
You can in New York?
Technically, it's legal
What?
in the park.
It was interesting because I see it a lot in Europe. I didn't see it in Bali at all. Everybody had on shirts, but
I just think we should all like if we could all just
On the
be-
beaches
it
in
would
Europe,
Be so
yeah.
great.
It's a lot.
they just walk
It's a
around.
lot
It would
going
be a
on.
lot, but it would be great.
It's like we keep moving the line. You see that? It's like we just keep moving the line.
Well, to
of-
be fair, that's not really a line.
It's
to
just
me.
boobs.
If guys can do it, women should be able to do it too.
I
It's
agree.
very arbitrary. To be fair.
Oh.
We gotta wrap up.
Okay, let's do. Well, I don't think we have time for. Just give the Halo Award.
Hey,
real
briefly,
quick.
we just want to give it to Kendrick Lamar for giving his sister an appropriate gift.
A Toyota Camry worth like $26,000, and for all your haters out there that were judging him, talking about why he didn't get her a Mercedes or why he didn't get her a Lamborghini.
I think this leaves her in a position to work for something else that she wants. It should be a family effort. It shouldn't just be Kendrick Lamar out there. And my mom wrote me about that immediately. It's like, I think it was fine, and I agree with her too.
It's awesome because what happens if you give kids too much too soon, you take away their motivation.
Yep.
You do. And the funny thing is, we had a story with a mother who threw a lavish prom send-off, and she got criticized. So you're going to get criticized no matter what you do.
That's a good point.
No matter what you do. So,
that's a good point. So, that's a good point.
So Courtney, give. Are you surprised? It's you first doing the takeaways.
And I still don't have one.
Every week.
My takeaway this week. I hate this. You can follow me everywhere at Stewart Starlet, and my takeaway for the week is that I apparently can work through my June gloom if I travel and find random dick.
Lord Jesus.
My Instagram, I have called and unfollowed people, and I'm feeling really good, and I've gone private now. So
You're on private now.
I went private.
I'm like, is that why I ain't seen?
What happened?
No, I know. I follow you.
What happened? All right, well, tell people how you can. We're about to wrap this thing.
I may confirm you at Demetrius. At I of Demetrius on Instagram. That's where I'm taking followers this week. My takeaway is: remember, your best statement is your bank statement. Don't spend too much and give all these folk your money.
I'm Sheree Fletcher across all media platforms. To thine own self be true. Just don't be a hoe.
Use a hoe.
This ruined my whole plan.
Ho!
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Christie, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African-American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipia, Instagram me @KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.